to make a covenant with Satan's government, turn their face away from the Most High, evil desire. 2 Kings 17 said they passed their sons and daughters through the fire. They begin cutting divine spiritual ties, clinging to the heathen lies. Evil spirits bind, breaking souls, breaking spirits, ripping flesh, breaking minds. Running from the Most High wrath on the blood-stained path. 70 AD, Israelites fall. The Most High's chosen seed go into captivity. Hebrew Israelites watch nations rise. They watch nations fall. Four beasts, Babylon, Medo-Persia, Greece. We pray for the fall of the fourth beast. Under the iron foot of Rome, we long to go home. A hopeless nation lies dead in the valley of the dry bones. Simulation of Shemites to Hamite clones. Israelites wrong.
All these lies and delusions wake me up, show me a new dawn. Open your eyes, rise, children of light. I am awakened, I am awakened.
Israelites enslaved to build a wicked nation. No true identity, only tribulations. Fed scraps of swine, we eat the worst of the animal kind. Used, confused, they set us in high places to be abused. Control the tribe, control the tribe. Our leaders take bribes to continue the lies. Four beasts behind the scene in the skies, watching with the all-seeing eye. The heathen take flight into a new world order. Hebrews sleepwalking into a wicked system that's gonna fall. Awake, reject Babylon. Hear the trumpet of awakening's way.
Okay, I like to say shalom, 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 call Banyam Yesharalo, shalom to all Israel in this Shabbat day. Today being the first fruits, what you call Pentecost in the Greek, but in the scripture is the first fruits. Today begins the first fruits, 50 days from the Passover. That's going to be celebrated today, the first fruits, after we finish the classes later on today. Also to our major site, HODC New York camp, YouTube suspended that site for 2 months. Actually, yeah, for 2 months up until August 29th. So what we'll be using is the alternate sites, HOD Salt Lake, Yafta and the other sites we'll be using until that site is back up. All right. So don't forget. Today begins the first fruits. Also coming up too, in June 26th is the Mashura Yasharala in Atlanta. All right, it's going to be a 4-day event beginning June 26th, Thursday, and ending Sunday, June 29th. All right, for more information, you can go to the Mashura Yasharala website. Go to Eventbrite and you get all the itinerary and all the days and the events. All right. But some of the days is going to be like the summit day is going to be a Saturday. All right. At 1258 Powder Drive, Smyrna, Georgia. All right. The family day is going to be in it's going to be at Stockbridge, Atlanta, which is in Georgia. Like I said, go to the Hamashura Eventbrite and you can pull up all the itinerary and the days on it. So don't forget, This coming up a couple weeks from now, June 26th in Atlanta, Georgia. Most High willing, I'll be there. If everything goes all right. All right. So don't forget, June 26th in Atlanta, Georgia, the Hamashara Yasha Allah, beginning June 26th, the Thursday, to June 29th, that Sunday in Atlanta, Georgia. Be there. It's going to be a good event. It's going to be a unity of brothers, sisters, classes, where we could get together, communicate, network, and do various things and plan for certain things and events. All right. So this is something that we always put forth, the Mashara Yashara, like every 3 months or to 6 months. All right. So don't forget about that. It's coming up June 26th to June 29th in Atlanta, Georgia. All right. Most High willing, it would be a great event. Come on out, support it. Like I said, you go to the Eventbrite, you could purchase the tickets. All right. But it's on you to provide your own transportation and hotel accommodations. All right. But to get into the Mashura Yasharala, it's a fee of $25. That helps to help provide for the food and the various accommodation that we will be using for that day. Remember, it's not free. Nothing in life is free. Everything costs money. It takes money to put on these events, all right, to rent the place, to prepare the food and all the various things that we have to do for the summit, for the I don't like the word picnic because that word comes from the white man used to go pick a nigger. But the cookout day to provide the food and all the things that we need, it's costly. It takes money. Nothing is free. Some people might ask why you charge. Everything in life is money, takes money. Money is a defense. So we only asking a small minimum fee of $25. That helps. It provides also for what we put in to help contribute to provide for that 4-day event. All right. So don't think that it's we charging a lot. No, $25 is nothing. All right, for a 4-day event. All right. So we'll say shalom with that, and I'm gonna start my class. So like I said before, our main site, HODC New York camp, is down. YouTube has suspended because the claim of third party use. So they took down the site for 2 months. So we'll be using the alternative sites to bring up, put on our videos until they restore the other main site that we have. So today, my main topic is the poor will not be forgotten of the Most High. All right, because the poor are the ones that's being downtrodden, that's being used to build up the rich, to keep the oligarchy, to keep the rich corporations going, which they have no love or care for the poor. You see, Trump, Elon Musk, they don't care about the poor. Trump is a wicked, evil man. He doesn't care about the poor. He's even exploiting his own people. All right, he's even going at the poor of his own people to cut off Medicare, Medicaid, Social Security, EBT. He's cutting off all the benefits that was provided to what they call the American people. Now he's about to slash all those benefits to give those revenues and those profits to the big rich corporations and to the ruling elites, the oligarchy. That's so wicked and evil when you do something like that. But that's the nature of the wicked. All right. But I want to read one scripture before I show a video. When I show this video, it's fair use. Fair use of this video is for entertainment and for educational purpose. Fair use of this video when it goes up. All right. But I know the person that's going to allow me to put this video up, his name is Tennessee Brando. I know he won't mind because he's doing the same thing too. He's exposing Trump for what they are against their own people. All right. And he's from Tennessee. And he's a certain Tennessee man that see that Trump is nothing but a con artist, a crook, and a criminal to their own people. So he's exposing what Trump is really about, and Elon Musk. All right. So before I show that video, I want to read a scripture. All right. And that scripture is going to be, let's go to Proverbs, the 19th chapter and the 17th verse. Proverbs, the 19th chapter and the 17th verse.
Read the book of Proverbs, King James Version of the Bible, chapter 19, 17th verse. He that hath pity upon the poor, lendeth unto the Lord the Most High.
See, he that hath pity upon the poor, lendeth unto the Most High. When it means that you lend to the Most High, you showing the Most High that you have respect for the poor. You care about the poor. All right. So read that verse again.
He that hath pity upon the poor, lendeth unto the Most High, and that which he hath given will he pay him again.
So what you have done for the poor, or what you have given to the poor, the Most High is going to repay you double for what you have done, because you're looking out for the poor. All right. Because the poor are the ones that's going to inherit the kingdom of the Most High. All right. The poor are the people of the Most High, not the rich. It's the poor that's been downtrodden and that's being exploited for their labor, their values, their ideas. All right. Also get me Proverbs. Go to Proverbs. Go to Proverbs 21 and 13.
Read the book of Proverbs, chapter 21, verse 13. Whoso stoppeth his ears at the cry of the poor, he also shall cry himself, but shall not be heard.
See? Whoso stoppeth his ears. I don't want to hear nothing about the poor. I don't want to hear about it. I don't care about the poor. I only care about the rich, the oligarchy, the big corporation. Whoso stoppeth his ears at the cry of the poor. When you hear the poor crying out for the injustice, for the cost of living, high rent, cheap paying jobs, right? The poor is struggling to maintain, to survive, all right? Whoso stoppeth his ears at the cry of the poor, he also shall cry himself. You're going to cry very soon, all right? But shall not be heard. But when it's time, when you're crying, nobody's going to hear your crying. They're not going to feel sorry for you, all right? Because you didn't show no mercy or compassion towards the poor. Also, go to Proverbs 22. Proverbs, the 22nd chapter. Proverbs 22, and you're going to read the 16th verse.
Read the book of Proverbs, chapter 22, verse 16. He that oppresseth the poor to increase his riches, and he that giveth to the rich shall surely come to want.
And this is what Trump and Elon Musk was doing, cutting all the benefits and government programs for the poor to give to the rich. And that was also to enrich Trump and Elon Musk. So they was taking all the benefits, Medicare, Social Security, all these benefits was cutting and slashing it so they could enrich themselves and also give to the big rich corporations and the oligarchy. Read that verse again.
Proverbs 22, verse 16. He that oppresseth the poor to increase his riches, and he that giveth to the rich.
And that's what they was doing, giving to the rich. You don't do stuff like that. That's wicked and that's evil. Go ahead. Read again.
Yeah. He that oppresseth the poor to increase his riches, and he that giveth to the rich shall surely come to want.
And very soon, Elon Musk, Trump, you're going to come to want. Now, Elon Musk is about to lose his whole Tesla business because nobody's buying his Tesla because of what he was doing. Okay? And he was screwing white America royally. But yet you still went out there and voted for the idiot that doesn't have your best interest. How stupid can you be? The man is telling you what he's going to do, but you still going to go out and vote for the man. Well, it's not going to be towards me, it's towards them. No, you dummy. You got what you deserve. You know what I'm saying? F around and you found out. Yes, Judah.
And now he's crying.
Yeah.
It's an abomination.
It's an abomination. And I'm sure how hypocritical they are. Because he didn't get a cut of the bill, he's saying it's pork in the bill. Right? All of a sudden now it's not kosher because there's pork in the bill. but yet they eat pork all the time and sell pork to you and say, pork, the other white meat. But now because it's a bill that's not suitable for you can enrich yourself, there's pork in it. It's an abomination. You devils, you wicked, I have a scathing condemnation against you, wicked. I'm not picking no side, Trump or Elon Musk. That's good. The Most High have y'all at odds against each other because y'all are wicked and y'all are evil. And the Most High shown to the whole world that your kingdom is divided and that you're crumbling and that you're coming down. You're falling. You're going down. Read that verse again, the 16th verse.
Proverbs chapter 22, verse 16. He that oppresseth the poor to increase his riches, and he that giveth to the rich shall surely come to want.
Okay, now jump to the 22nd verse.
Verse 22. Rob not the poor.
See what the Most High said? Rob not the poor. Don't rob the poor. Go ahead.
Because he is poor.
Because he is poor. Go ahead.
Neither oppress the afflicted in the gate.
And don't afflict the oppressed in the gate. And that's what some of our people do. They oppress their own people. You robbing your own people. Talking about you see the man gold chain and his sneakers off his shoes, taking his coat. That's wicked as hell. Okay, read the 23rd verse too.
Verse 23. For the Lord Most High will plead their cause.
The Most High is going to plead the cause of the poor. Go ahead.
And spoil the soul of those that spoil them.
And that's what the Most High is going to do to you. He's going to spoil the soul of those that spoil them. All right. So I'm going to take a pause from these scriptures, and I'd like to show this video. It's by a European Caucasian that lives in Tennessee. His name is Tennessee Brando. All right. And I like what he puts out, you know what I mean? And he's what you call an Edomite, or European white man, but he's exposing the system for what it is. And he's showing the truth of the reality of what's happening in America to so-called white America by the ruling elites, by their politicians and their leaders. And his name is Tennessee Brando. So fair use of this video. I know he doesn't mind because he's exposing the system. So I'm gonna show his video. It's called his name is called Tennessee Brando. All right, he's from out there where Usher's from, Tennessee Brando, a Tennessean. All right, so fair use of this video. Fair use of this video is only for educational and entertainment purposes. Kick it off, Yahweh.
Calling for Elon to be deported. And I cannot say that I'm shocked at this one, but it has been an interesting 24 hours because yesterday when the news broke, I was standing out at my grill. I had planned on just taking the rest of the day off because I had some videos made and set to come out. And I was like, you know what? I'm just going to take a break, sit here and listen to some good music. I had some drive-by truckers cranked up and I was just having my grill on and having a beer and a cigar and just enjoying the day. And then that news broke and I was like, dang, I got to talk about this one right now. But I did say it was going to be very interesting to see just how MAGA went about trying to twist this back in favor of Donald Trump. Folks, these people truly are in a cult. They really are. And I know we've said that so many times over the years. In the very beginning, I used to feel bad about saying it. But the further we get with this, it's just more and more blatantly obvious that it is because they made their entire identity about these Epstein files and who was in them. And if someone was in them, they deserve to be punished to the fullest extent of the law. But now, one of Trump's close allies, who he gave the keys to the kingdom to, has made this claim. And instead of even entertaining that idea for a second, they're just rushing to try to put it all back together again. And it's been pretty funny watching some of them go about it, especially over on Fox News, because they're having a meltdown trying to figure out how they go about selling this to their audience. Here is Sean Hannity talking about how that, it's just the legacy media. They're trying to break y'all up. Please stop fighting. Take a look at this.
And I interviewed them together. The first thing I said to them and talked about and asked them, you do know that the media mob, the legacy media mob, desperately wants to tear you guys apart and for you two to fight and to get a divorce. And now the media mob is predictably elated. And
they are clearly in panic mode on this one. And it's so funny watching them just rush to try to figure out how to spin it for their audience. And Jesse Waters absolutely takes the cake in this next clip where he talks about, hey, you know, they were roommates, they were just in close quarters, or just guys being guys. Guys fight, guys sleep with each other's girlfriend, and they get over it. It's ridiculous, but take a look at this.
Sometimes when you're angry, you say things you don't mean.
Stand down, soldier!
Greg knocked my hair last week, and I said he's on the Epstein list.
Yeah, you did.
No, I didn't mean that. I made it up.
How did you know, though?
How did Musk know? No one knows what the list is. He didn't know. But sometimes guys fight. Guys sometimes will punch you in the face, and the next night you're having a beer. Sleep with your girlfriend, and you patch things up.
Really?
Not your wife, your girlfriend.
Who are your friends? Yeah.
No one slept with my girlfriend, let's put it that way.
Oh, my word.
These guys are like roommates. They were living in close quarters for like the first 6 months of the year. They're just blowing off steam. The issue is donor maintenance. This guy's the mega donor. So you don't want him accusing you of being a pedophile, and you don't want him calling for your impeachment. I hope he doesn't mean that, but maybe they can patch things up. I mean, Vance called Trump Hitler, and he's on the ticket. My issue is that the media said that Musk was the co-president. He doesn't look like the co-president anymore. The media said Trump was doing favors for Elon Musk. Well, if you look at this big, beautiful bill, there's no favors for Elon Musk in it at all. Now, the big, beautiful bill, now he's got a beef with it. These are the things that Trump ran on and won on. Wall, ice skies so you could do mass deportations. Military, F-35 ships, pay raises for the troops, and tax relief for everybody, no tax on tips. These are the things that won him the election. He didn't run on balancing the budget.
Yeah.
So this is the priority right now. You have 4 years to balance the budget. Yeah, there's a lot of pork in this thing. There's always a little pork, all right? But this is not a spending bill. This is the signature piece of Donald Trump's second term. This may be the last major piece of legislation Trump ever passes. Well, he might have 3 terms, but for now, we're saying this is it. Now, I don't like the fact that he said that he won the election. This guy got shot, popped back right up. Exactly. He won all the swing states. He was always ahead in the polls. The money was great. Trust me, the money helped. Thank you, Elon Musk. But if money wins elections, Kamala should have coasted. She had twice the cash. And if money wins elections, then Elon should have been able to win those seats in Wisconsin. So Trump so far has taken the high road. I think Elon right now, think about it. Yes. I thought he was going to call him a drug addict about an hour ago. He hasn't called him that yet.
Let's see.
I think Trump should just take the high road, let Elon blow off some steam. They're both powerful men, great men, and they'll patch it up.
So yesterday when this first happened, me and Coach D went live yesterday evening, and we were talking about this, and Coach made a really good point. He said, you know what? You can fight with someone, and you can get over it. But when you say that they were in the Epstein files, when you go for that big bomb, that's not one that you can just dial back then. You can't dial that one back then and say, oh, yeah, I didn't mean that. Sorry, bro. That's not how this works at all. And what is so funny to me is sitting back and watching MAGA look at this one, and they won't even entertain the idea that maybe Elon could be telling the truth. They trusted him with everything else. They trusted him with the keys to the kingdom. They were all happy to take his money. But now that he's made this claim, Steve Bannon says he must be deported. And if you'll notice, that's becoming more and more MAGA's calling card. If someone disagrees with Trump, deport them. And they want to say that we're the threat to democracy. But take a look at this first clip of Steve Bannon. He's just going for it. He says Elon needs to be sent out of here. Take a look.
SpaceX. President Trump tonight should sign an executive order calling for the Defense Production Act to be called in SpaceX and seize SpaceX tonight before midnight. The U.S. government should seize it. If a guy's going to sit there and start making quotes, also, as Stuart Stevens talked back in January, I don't know why we haven't had a full investigation. Look, if you're going to deport illegal aliens, you got to deport illegal aliens. The good go with the good, the goose and the gander. They got to go back to this, as Stuart Stevens talked about, and go through everything about his immigration status. I happen to believe, given the facts that I've been shown, that he's an illegal alien. An illegal alien's got to be deported.
Fighting
Also, this drug use is reported in the New York Times. The drug use in the New York Times. If that's a fact, that ought to be investigated. You can't have a security clearance, Jack Posobiec, as you know. Jack, if somebody in your unit had that type of drug, drugs, and they had a security clearance, what would happen to them, sir?
Well, Steve, remember that Hunter Biden popped positive, I believe, for cocaine on his very first weekend in the Navy Reserve. And even at that time, I don't remember if his father, I think his father was still the vice president at the time. He wasn't president yet, or autopan president yet. And Hunter Biden was summarily separated from the United States Navy over his very first weekend drilling as a Navy reservist over popping positive.
Also, it should take his security clearance away, and all contracts should be suspended pending that investigation. Also, as I said on the Tim Pool show in Matt Gaetz's office, I think over a year ago, right? That was over a year ago, where I said, hey, he's an agent of influence of the Chinese Communist Party because of his financial relationship in Tesla. That should be fully investigated. President Trump is a bull. Elon Musk is a baby calf, okay? And now it's time for the good of the country, the republic. Forget MAGA and the Republican Party. This is a national security issue now. It's raised to the level of national security issue of a very unstable individual that's out saying very, I think, dangerous things about the President of the United States. And he has to be investigated, should be investigated immediately. And all contracts associated, all government contracts should be immediately suspended.
Have y'all ever noticed how that no matter what, it's always the person that makes a claim about Trump that should be investigated and not the claims that they actually made? You would think, again, that these people would care enough to say, wait a minute, are we backing a dude that was on that island? Are we backing a dude that did something wrong? Are we backing a pedophile? You think they would pump the brakes, but no, they never do. It's always, we should investigate the ones that made the claim. So if someone over here said, hey, I saw Bonnie and Clyde robbing the bank, I saw them do it. And then someone said, well, we need to have that person that says they saw Bonnie and Clyde breaking into the bank. We need to have that person investigated. That's not how it works. But in MAGA's world, that's exactly how it works. And in MAGA's world, they're always for sale to the highest bidder. Because here is Bannon back in 2023 saying how that Elon was a member of the Communist Party. Take a look at this, and we're going to talk more about it.
On there. Oh yeah, no. He's owned by the Chinese Communist Party. What are you talking about? Tesla, his only thing of real value is Tesla. He uses it for margin loans. He sells the stock. The Shanghai joint venture is 100% controlled by the CCP. This is why he never goes after the CCP. This is why he always backs off. This is when they had the protest. They had the protest about the lockdowns of COVID. He will not do it. Elon Musk is a total and complete phony. He is in bed in a business partner. He's done some good stuff, letting stuff out. With Taibbi and others, it's fine. But he is owned lock, stock, and barrel by the Chinese Communist Party, and he acts like it.
There was a story recently that they warned him to stop talking about lab leak.
100%.
He's got, I think there was
another. They wanted him to take down the tweets he did the first time. Now, he didn't take them down, but you notice he didn't have any more up there after that.
And I wonder if he said, okay, I won't tweet more about it. But here's the issue I see with the CCP in the United States, and if the United States falters, if this fourth.
By the way, the CCP Chinese companies are all in the Silicon Valley Bank.
Oh yeah,
that's another thing they're already talking about. We think maybe up to a third of those innovative companies may be CCP.
So I'm seeing a lot of people on the internet today saying Steve Bannon was right. He tried to warn us about Elon, but my argument would be this: they took Elon's money when they needed it. They're all grifters. Trump and every one of them are nothing but grifters, and they saw the money and they went with it. And Trump was dumb enough to give this guy the keys to the kingdom and let him have his own spot and think that he didn't have a big enough ego to go after Trump too. I said, these are two egos that will never be able to work in the same room. It's never going to work. And Elon Musk does not care about anything that Trump throws at him. There's a lot of people with different opinions on this one, and I understand. There's people who thinks, well, Elon has crossed the wrong guy, and there's people who thinks that Trump has crossed the wrong guy. But at the end of the day, what you got to realize is these were two big, massive egos that neither one of them thinks the other one can touch them. In Trump's mind, I've got the weight of the federal government behind me. I don't need Elon anymore. I can kick him to the curb. I can have him deported. I can do whatever I want. And in Elon's mind, I'm the richest dude in the world. You can deport me, send me anywhere. I've got the money. But you got to also stop and think about the fact that he does have the money. And if he starts trying to primary people against the Republicans, how many of the Republicans are going to end up caving on this one? That's my question. My biggest question is how many loyalists to Trump will be unloyal when the money starts rolling in, because we all know they're going to follow the money. They always have. That's what they're about. But this thing is still unfolding. There's still more to be learned about this, I'm sure. There's so much happening at one time, but we're going to be talking about this for a while. But we also need to stay focused on the issues at hand, and I'm going to be making more videos about those things. We don't need to be distracted by this. We need to continue to talk about the issues at hand. We will continue to talk about this and cover it. Like Ben Micella said, we can walk and chew bubblegum at the same time. So we'll be covering both of them. We'll be talking about all of this, folks, but it is definitely a hell of a time to be alive. It truly is. And, really at the end of the day, like I said yesterday when I was live with Coach D, we both talked about this. We are not giving Elon Musk a pass. Donald Trump will never get one either. We don't feel like that, there's really a clear-cut winner here. It's one of those things where, yeah, I would absolutely love to see Donald Trump removed from office. I would absolutely love to see him go down. But then where do we go from there? It's not a win for the American people, either way you slice it. What this is two billionaire egos that played with our future, that absolutely was willing to throw all of us under the bus. And if they knew all these things about each other, it just goes to show they didn't care. They were following the money. So I always want to circle it back to this, to anyone who is trying to figure out which side should I be on. You should be on the side of the American people here. And the American people have been duped by these billionaires and these grifters like Bannon and everyone that lines up behind them to throw their bullshit out into the world. It's all for the money. It's all for the money, and it's all for the power. And so we need to stay focused on the issues at hand. We need to keep talking about how the American people's lives are being affected day to day by this insanity. And at the same time, we need to keep calling out this insanity. But for the life of me, I will never understand how these people made Epstein their main talking point for years, but they can never entertain the idea that Trump might have done something wrong. The guy that was found liable of sexual abuse, which I know they don't believe that was a real trial either. They don't believe anything is real when it comes to this dude, and that's why it definitely is a cult. And at this point, I just sit back and watch it, and it's like, it's sadder than any Jonestown documentary I've ever seen. It truly is. I know that I try to laugh from time to time and make jokes as we're going along, but I used to watch those Jonestown documentaries years ago, and they would be interviewing family members of people that lost their loved ones at Jonestown. And the people will be saying, that was my brother, that was my sister, that was my mom or my dad that just got sucked up into this. And I tried so hard to talk sense to them. I tried so hard to bring them back to reality, and I couldn't. And then I had to sit back and watch 900 people just laid out in big piles, and saw my loved one lose their life to this maniac. And I used to sit and watch that, and I would say to myself, dang, God, what would that feel like? Like, what would that really feel like to sit and know that your family members was there and that you tried to make sense to them, and you couldn't win them back over, and you watched them just lose themselves to that madness. And that's where I feel that we are. I know so many good people who was sucked into this, and they're still buying it, and it's truly painful to watch. It really is. But I really appreciate all of you for watching me every day here on the channel. We'll keep on calling it out. We'll keep working towards doing what we do, and I really appreciate all of you. So if you haven't already, be sure and hit that subscribe button. Help us get to 1 million subscribers. We're on the road, and
That's it. So you see how the Most High is exposing them, right? That's in the scriptures too. Go to the book of Psalm 64. So more scripture, and then we'll show another video again. All right, because like he said, they don't care about the people. They only care about the money. They don't give a damn about the poor people. All they care about is profits, more money, give money to the rich, to the big corporations. That's all they care about. They don't give a damn about you. You talking about you going to vote. You voting for what? They don't give a damn about your vote. Let's read Psalm 64. Let's read the 8th verse.
Verse right there.
And then we're going to start from the first verse. But let's read the 8th verse first.
You know, book of Psalms, chapter 64, verse 8.
Read the 7th verse first. 7th verse.
Psalms chapter 64, verse 7. But the Most High shall shoot at them.
And that's what the Most High is doing now. He's shooting at them now. He's directing their punches that they were throwing at the people back at them now. Now he has them infighting amongst themselves. Go ahead.
He shall shoot at them with the arrow. Suddenly shall they be wounded.
Suddenly shall they be wounded. All right. Go ahead.
So they shall make their own tongue to fall upon themselves.
They're talking and racking up on each other now. Now they're exposing one another now. Now Trump is saying that Trump was there in the Epstein files. And yes, he was. Because Trump was there with all the Playgirl girls. He was up there back in the 80s, running with all the females. He was there with Epstein, whispering in Epstein's ears. Look at that, look at that, look at that. You see that? He was up there with Epstein. Trump was one of his biggest supporters. They said Trump was on the plane tickets, the plane manifest. He was there going to Epstein Island, going to seeing Epstein all the time. Okay, they were big buddies together. It was a big business. Okay, go ahead, read that verse again. Read that 8th verse again.
Psalm 64, verse 8. So they shall make their own tongue to fall upon themselves. All that see them shall flee away.
And that's what's happening now. The Most High is causing their own tongue to fall upon them. Now they're exposing one another, bringing out stuff now because their kingdom is coming to an end. We're at the end of their kingdom. And Yahushua told you, a kingdom divided against itself cannot stand. And that's what's happening. That kingdom is going to fall and it's coming to its end. Matter of fact, let me get that real quick. Let's go to Luke, the 12th chapter. Luke 12, I'm coming back right here to Psalm 64. Luke, the 12th chapter. Bunch of evil, wicked men. Trump is nothing but a wicked, evil dude. Put down, I like Trump. I love you. That coon, I love you, Trump. And Trump never gave him no position in his cabinet. Coon Negroes. Stupid, man. I love you, Mr. Trump. Cooning for the man. All right, Luke 12, and start here from 1 second. Actually, it's Matthew's 12.
I think you want Mark 3, 4, 25.
Mark,
Mark 3, 24, 25.
Mark 3, 24. Yeah, let me see. Mark 3, 24. Okay, Mark 3, 24, right? Okay, yeah. Yeah, okay. Mark 3, yeah. Mark 3, yeah. Start from 23. Mark 3, 23.
Now the book of Mark, chapter 3, verse 23. And he called them, and he called them unto him and said unto them in parables, how can Satan cast out Satan?
Satan can't cast out Satan. So they're fighting amongst themselves, all right? And they're going to cast themselves down to their own destruction. Two devils at that too, all right? Go ahead.
And if a kingdom be divided against itself,
and their kingdom is divided in all levels, in every facet. Go ahead.
That kingdom cannot stand.
That kingdom cannot stand. And Yahushua was saying that also to us when we were ruling under the Pharisees and the Sadducees because they were so wicked and corrupt. So Yahushua said, the kingdom is not going to stand if it's divided. All right? So the same thing that happened to us back then is happening to these devils today. Continue.
And if Satan rise up against himself,
No, you missed a verse. 25.
oh, 25, okay, boom. Verse 25 of Mark 3, verse 25. And if a house be divided against itself, that house cannot stand.
Mhm.
And if Satan rise up against himself and be divided, he cannot stand,
That's right.
but hath an end.
All right. Now go to Luke the 11th chapter. That's the one I want. Luke the 11th chapter. Luke 11, and we're gonna start from the 17th verse.
The book of Luke, chapter 11, verse 17. But he, knowing their thoughts, said unto them, every kingdom divided against itself is brought to desolation.
And that's what's happening to America. It's gonna come to desolation. Okay, go ahead.
And a house divided against itself, a house falleth.
Right. So their house, they have two houses. They have the Democratic and the Republican Party. All right. Go ahead.
If Satan also be divided against himself, how shall his kingdom stand?
And they're divided amongst themselves because Trump and Elon Musk is not going to patch it up. Because Elon Musk has too much and Trump figure he's above Elon Musk. Okay? And Elon Musk is going to expose him too. Okay? Because I won't put it past him that Elon Musk has the secret to the nuclear weapons to sell it to somebody else. Because when he got in there with Doge, he went in there and took all the data from the Social Security, of people's Social Security, all the information and everything, and he still has that. He didn't turn it back over to Trump, okay? Because remember, he has what? A big social media outlet. What is it called? Trump. What is Trump's social media called? Everybody don't know? He has a big social media. Everybody don't know? He has one of the biggest social media outlet. Look it up. Go Google it. Twitter. Trump owns, not Trump, Elon Musk owns that. Okay? So he has access and information to put up all those things and to gather all that information. When he went into his Social Security, he took all that data and information. Him and Trump went into the to Fort Knox and took all that gold. Okay, so what other information he has? You understand? And that's why the Most High said all of America's enemies are going to turn against America, because I know he's going to sell those secrets to America's enemies. It's all about money for these guys. There's no loyalty among these guys. It's all about profit and money. And he only went in there so he could get more government subsidy from the government to rob what you call the American people. That's all it was. And Trump was done with it too. He wasn't against it. Trump saw he could benefit from it too. Trump is a con artist. He's a crook. He's a shyster. Okay? He's a criminal. He doesn't give a damn about the American people telling you, oh, we're going to make America great. Don't believe that crap. It's only about him and his family to create his dynasty. But the American people are suckers. They believe Trump is, oh, he loves America. There's no loyalty. There's no loyalty among thieves and crooks. It's all about gain, wealth, riches, power. Okay? Yeah, you have it up.
I think American people are worried about, they don't want no fighting over here. They don't want to go into no kind of wars. You know, as long as they stay outside the United States, they're cool with it. So they go along with any program.
Right.
Any program the president come over with, they're going to go along with.
But you're going to go to war. You're going to go to war. You're going to turn against your polytricksters, because you're going to find out it's your polytricksters that have been duping and using you and robbing you. The Most High tells you you're not going to regard your kings or your leaders. You're going to go to war. You're going to make that AR. You're going to make that Heckler and Koch. You're going to make those things talk for you. It's going to do the talking for you. Okay? And that's going to happen very soon, because you're going to find out your polytricksters are the problem. They sold you out to the ruling elites and the oligarchs. They got paid off to sell you out. Democrats and Republicans. Okay? Continue reading that verse.
If Satan, Luke 11, verse 18, yeah. If Satan also be divided against himself, how shall his kingdom stand? Because ye say that I cast out devils.
Okay, lose that. That's it. All right. Now from there, let's go to Psalms, the 10th chapter. I want to show you something here about how they don't give a damn about the poor. It's all about money and profit. Then I want to show another video. Okay. It's showing you about Chiquita Banana. Chiquita Banana was an American company that's been around for over 100 years. America founded that company in Panama, in Central America, where all the bananas that's being grown in Panama and Central America, they will profit it and sell the profit from it. But the people in those countries will work in the factory. Now, guess what? Chiquita Banana is closing down the factory and laying off thousands of all the workers. Laying off getting rid of them. The company is leaving Panama, Chiquita Banana. So sure, they don't give a damn about the poor. Only thing they care about is profits. If they lose a dime today, we're losing profits. If they made $1 million today and tomorrow they lost 5 cents, we're losing profits. We have to lay off. And you could be the most faithful worker. I love my job. I come to work every day. And listen, man, ain't no something as being a loyal to no job. They don't care about you. You could be the most loyal. You come to work every day. You don't miss a day. You don't take vacation. You're never late. But when time comes, they're going to still fire your ass. Okay? Well, he's expendable. When he was a good worker, we just get somebody else. We can't do nothing without you. How was they doing it before you got there? They don't give a damn about you. That's why I don't give a damn about them. When it's time for you to take my vacation, my day, I'm taking it. And if you don't give it to me, I'm going to take it still. I'm calling out. I don't give a damn. I'm calling out. I can't come in. I'm sick today. And I bring a doctor's note too. You damn devils. All right? I ain't the Lord to the company. I'll do my 8 hours and that's it. Yeah. Right. If I have to, maybe I need some money, I might do a little overtime. But I'm not going to my heart and my soul. I love my company. I love this my job. But right now, give me a break. Companies, corporate don't give a damn about you. Right. All they do is just to exploit your labor. Tell me no about no job. I got a good job. You're a slave. Okay, let's go to Psalms, the 10th chapter. I'm going to start from the top and share about these words. But before we go, pull up Chiquita Banana, Yahweh. I got to pull it up, Chiquita Banana. All right, and we're going to read about that for a minute. And when you get a chance, give Yahweh the mic so you can read that. Yeah. We're going to share about Chiquita Banana. We're going to put it up here in the video, and Yahweh is going to read about Chiquita Banana. All right. This was a big American food company that have been exploiting the people in Central America. All right. Read the topic, the headline, Yahweh, and then read the few paragraphs when you get it pulled up.
God. Okay, it says
fair use of this, only for educational purposes and entertainment. Fair use of this commentary or reporting. All right, go ahead, Yahweh.
Okay, it says the American Banana Grant, Chiquita, has announced that its entire staff has been laid off in this country.
Entire staff. And that's thousands of workers. Go ahead.
It says shockwaves are rippling through Panama, and the world is watching. In a stunning move, the American Banana Grant Chiquita has announced it will lay off every last one of its remaining employees in Panama.
See, do they care about the people?
Nope.
Who's the people in Panama? A lot of them are Israelites.
That's right.
Down in Panama. The poor, they don't give a damn about you. So when they get laid off from that job, what's going to happen? It's going to be hard for them. Because that was one of the largest employment.
For
That
years.
and working in the canal zone
Decades.
in Panama. Okay? In the banana factory. All right? Go ahead.
For thousands of families who rely on this industry, and for anyone who enjoys a banana with their breakfast, this story hits home.
It tells you how much you're laying off. I think it was 100,000 people. It told you the amount it was laying off.
Yeah, 106.
Yeah, read that.
Okay. Bananas aren't just a tropical treat. They're a vital part of Panama's economy.
See, that's part of the biggest economy in Panama. Okay? That's where a lot of people work to make a living in Panama. Go ahead.
In fact, bananas rank among the country's top 5 export products. But now, this crucial sector is facing an unprecedented crisis. Chiquita's Panamanian subsidiary has declared its intention to let go of more than 1,600 workers following weeks of tension and turmoil.
See? And you know what? What's the big thing behind that too? Because the Panamanians wouldn't allow America to continue the Panama Canal Zone. They didn't like the fact that China was down there.
Mm-hmm.
So that's another move by the big corporations to attack the poor. Okay? These devils gonna have a lot to pay for, man.
God.
Okay? Read that part again, Yahweh.
Okay. Bananas aren't just a tropical treat. They're a vital part of Panama's economy. In fact, bananas rank among the country's top 5 export products. But now, this crucial sector is facing an unprecedented crisis. Chiquita's Panamanian subsidiaries has declared its intention to let go of more than 1,600 workers following weeks of tension and turmoil.
That's 1,600 workers. Mm-hmm. That's everybody is going. You could have been the best worker there, coming to work every day. I don't miss work. I'm on time. I never take vacation. I never take this. You going too, buddy.
God.
Just like everybody else. They don't care when it comes to profit for them to make that money, and they see that they're losing profits, they will let you go in a heartbeat. Go ahead.
Earlier in May, Chiquita has already revealed plans to dismiss roughly 4,900 employees because of ongoing labor disputes.
See, because the people had labor disputes, they want to get an increase in wages. They're like, no. You're slaves. We can't do that. So they say, you know what? We'll fire all of you diggers down there. Go ahead.
Okay. Where am I? Okay. These aren't just numbers. They represent families, communities, and an entire ongoing labor dispute. Communities and an entire way of life in Panama's lush Caribbean province, Boca de Toro.
Mm-hmm. All right. And remember, Panama, during the time that the Panama Canal was being built, around the 1900s, 1902, you had lots of people from the various Caribbean islands that went down for work in the Panama Canal Zone. You have people from Jamaica, Barbados, all the islands that went down to Panama. And a lot of them stayed in Panama and had families in Panama, especially in Jamaica. You got a lot of people in Panama that the descendants go back to Jamaica and to all the islands, Barbados, because that's where they went for work during the time that Panama Canal Zone was being built. Okay? And that's a large black community down there in Panama. Okay? Those who went there from slavery
and those that went there from the other islands to work during that time period. So it's a large Israelite population down there in Panama. Okay? So they don't give a damn about the poor. They don't care about you. They don't care if you live or you die or you eat. Okay? That was it, right? You have it?
No, you got one more.
Okay,
One
go
more
ahead.
paragraph. And I remember Chiquita way back in the 60s.
Yeah.
You know, they've been out for decades.
And also, it was the fruit company too of Central America. Okay, America went down there and established those big corporations. You know what's also down there too? Dickies that make those Dickies pants and
uniform pants. And
those are good outfit.
Yeah,
that's made also in Honduras and down in Central America.
Wow.
A big company, Dickies, man. So they go down there and exploit the people for cheap labor. Yeah,
that's right.
Yeah, they grow other fruits, but that's the largest economic exporting goods, and that's shipped to all over the face of the earth. The bananas, okay, a lot of it goes to Europe, right?
Right.
Okay, go ahead.
Labor strikes and the fight for fair pensions.
See, fair pensions. They don't want to give you fair pensions. What Trump and Elon Musk is going to do? Cut off your Social Security. Something that you work for and put in for.
God.
Bunch of devils.
The root of the conflict lies in a fierce battle over pension reform.
See, pension reforms. They don't want to give you your pension and increase your pension that you work for. They want all the profits for themselves. These greedy bastards.
God.
Go ahead.
On April 28, workers on the banana plantation went on strike.
See, they went on strike because of that. And they say, okay, you niggas want to strike? Okay, we'll show you something. Go ahead.
Voicing their anger over new laws passed by Panama's Congress. Their unions argue that the reforms would mean workers' retirement benefits and poorer health care coverage.
See, they don't want to give you no good health benefits. They don't want to do that. Just like in this country, they don't want. They're going to spend billions for military industrial complex and military contractors, but for the basic necessity of the people, they refuse to do that. That's why this place has to burn. It's going to burn.
That's right.
Continue, Howard.
For those who spend their lives harvesting bananas under the sun.
See, working in the hot sun. And that's a grueling, hard job, man. Picking and growing bananas, that's not an easy job, man. In the hot sun.
And in bananas, that's where that, what's that spider? That deadly spider?
Yeah.
Black widow spider?
Yeah.
They be in there.
Some of you got snakes, some of you got snakes in there too. Yeah. Because Panama has all that stuff out there.
That's not an easy job.
Not easy job. You got to be cutting on those bananas because you have to cut it first and then bring it in, let the tractor come and take it. The tractor just can't come and pick it because those trees are delicate trees. You have to cut it and regrow it again, cut it off from the shoot, the stem, okay? Blow it up on the trucks, right? And you know how that is in Caleb with bananas. Yeah. Right? You know to Yaikwa bananas and go in Jamaica bananas. Ain't an easy job, man. And when you got the hand of bananas just growing there, man, and you go sell things to market, that's money you're making right there. That's your livelihood. All right? Just like in St. Vincent, that was a big thing in St. Vincent, the bananas. All right? And I think they have cut it out. And that's how the people in St. Vincent used to make a living. And they would get a pension from that. And they made a good retirement off of it. But then they don't do it no more. The banana industry. That's a big business, man. You understand? Yeah, you have it? Yeah. All right. So they don't really give a damn about the poor, man.
That's right.
Yes, Caleb.
Other things that they export beside bananas are shrimp, coffee, pineapple, textile, which you mentioned, and petroleum, copper, liquor, and aircraft parts.
Right. Yeah. Panama is a strategic area. You understand? And that Panama Canal Zone was a strategic, logistical, maritime navigational spot. Okay?
that connects the Pacific and the Atlantic Ocean. It cuts the route to transporting goods around the world easy and a shorter access. If you didn't have the Panama Canal Zone, you had to go all the way around to the bottom and come all the way up. But you cutting the trip straight through Africa and everywhere straight to come through the Panama Canal Zone. This way you could get your goods faster and quicker than waiting all these months to get your shipment. And the United States want to control that because they figure, well, China's down there. It's a matter of national defense. Everything is a matter of national defense when it comes to them. You understand? Because it's about empowering and enriching the big corporations with more money. So, somebody at the door?
Yeah, it's like the Nile River.
Yeah. The Suez Canal. Right. Right. And Egypt gets paid from that by having control over the Suez Canal. You understand? That's one of their biggest things. And that's why the so-called Jews want to cut that off, and they want to create a new canal through the area of Aqaba, going straight through the Sinai Peninsula, going up through and bring it straight up to the Gaza Strip. That's why they want to get all the Palestinians out of there so they could connect and build that canal. So Israel could have access and cut Egypt off. You understand? So America, Israel, and Britain was done with that plot. And it's still going to be in effect. That's why Trump is saying, it's a go to real estate, because Trump want to have part of that business too. All right? It's big money involved in that, man. Big business. Okay? So go to Psalms, the 10th chapter. This chapter is a beautiful chapter. And then also too, after that, Yahweh, you're gonna pull up the one with MAGA. Yeah, with Sister Deborah. Yeah.
Read the book of Psalms, chapter 10, verse 1.
All right.
Why standest thou afar off, O Most High? Why hidest thyself in times of trouble?
So this was David in when he was writing an answer to the Most High, speaking on behalf of himself and all of us collectively as a people. All right. So read that first verse again. Start from the top again.
Yep. Psalms chapter 10, verse 1. Why standest thou afar off, O Most High?
And that's what we asking the Most High today. Why are you standing afar off, man? Come and plead our cause and get busy on these wicked, evil bastards. Get rid of them. All right, go ahead.
Why hidest thou self in times of trouble?
And it seemed like the Most High is hiding himself in the time of trouble. Like the Most High is not looking out for us. But everything is based on what? Timing. The right appointed time. Okay? That's how the Most High moves. Okay? Go. Yes, Yahweh.
Everything has to move in place.
Everything has to move and take its course. Okay? Go ahead.
The wicked in his pride doth persecute the poor.
See? The wicked in his pride. They're so prideful and wicked, they persecute the poor. And they don't have no compunctions about that. They don't care if they cut off the poor, take from the poor. Talking about it's going to save billions for the budget. But yet you're not cutting the budget. Matter of fact, you have to pull up the one with the 10 defense contractors. They're not cutting from none of those military contractors. They get them billions. Okay? You're going to pull that up too, but continue reading on.
Let them be taken in the devices that they have imagined.
See what the Most High is going to do? He's going to take them in the devices that they have imagined. What they have imagined to do against the poor, the Most High is going to do it back unto them. All right? Continue.
For the wicked boasteth of his heart's desire.
That's what they do. They boast how much money they got, how they're living, what they're doing. They boast of their wicked heart's desire. Trump does that. Elon Musk. Okay, go ahead.
And blessed the covetous, whom the Lord Most High abhorreth.
See, whom the Most High abhorreth. Continue.
The wicked through the pride of his countenance will not seek after the Most High.
They're not seeking after the Most High, the wicked. Continue.
The Most High is not in all his thoughts.
The Most High is not in their thoughts. The Most High is nowhere next to their thoughts. Trump, how Christians believe that Trump is a God-fearing man? How could they think he's a Christian, a God-fearing man? Trump told his Christian constituents, I don't care about you. I just want your vote. And they're still there clapping for the man. The man said, I don't care about you. I just want your vote. Go vote for me. He said, if you vote for me, you won't have to vote for me no more again. And the dummies clapping and stepped on, but Trump is a God-fearing man. It's stupid, man. Yeah. Yeah. I'm going to get rid of your ass. You know, you don't know it. That's what he's telling them right to their face. I'm going to cut off everything, your Social Security, your Medicare, your Medicaid. I'm going to cut you off. And before you know it, you're going to be saying, why, Mr. Trump? Like this Cuban rapper. Dumb, simple, stupid idiot. I don't feel sorry for you. Send him back to Guantanamo Bay. A Cuban rapper, what was his name? Pull him up. Cuban rapper that's being deported back to Cuba. He was there, all in support of Trump. We love you, Trump. He's supporting Trump. Now Trump sending his behind back to Cuba. He's going back to Cuba. Now he's asking Marco Rubio, please, Marco Rubio, speak on behalf of us. Marco Rubio didn't look at him one time since. Now he's going back to Cuba. I hope they send his black, stupid behind to Guantanamo Bay. Because he was here talking trash against the people in Cuba and Fidel Castro. So now he fears if he goes back now, the people in Cuba are going to kill his behind. I hope they send him to Guantanamo Bay and lock him up and beat his black behind. Stupid, dumb Negro. His name is something, it ain't come up yet. Black Cuban rapper that's being deported. His name is what's his rapper name? El Funky. Yeah. El Funky. El Funky getting deported. He got a couple more days left. Trump gave him 30 days and said if he doesn't deport, they're going to deport him within 30 days. So I guess he's down now to 2 weeks now. And he's begging, please, Marco Rubio, please don't have me deported. Deport his black behind back to Cuba. Send him back to Guantanamo Bay. El Funky. Stupid. He was all there talking all that crap. I support Trump. Hey, mira el salsa. No go get Trump. Hey. Now Trump is deporting his behind now. I want to see how funky he's going to be now. Stupid, dumb idiots. See, when you're a slave and you're a coon, that's what you get. You get payback royally. Okay? They don't care about you, man. All them Cuban, Venezuelan, they're going back. All of them that came here in the boatload that came from Cuba when they're talking trash against Fidel Castro, they're going back. They're kicking it behind out. I'm so glad. I don't feel sorry for them because they're nothing but Spaniards anyway. Get the behind out. Damn Spaniards. Yes.
You see what Trump did with the Haitians as far as they can't take a jet here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah.
One of the sisters that said that's going to mess up their livelihood, but they have people here now that they can't visit.
It's all about destroying the poor. That's why my topic is the Most High has not forgotten the poor because it's an attack against the poor. You understand? And a lot of Haitians, too, that voted for Trump, they're silly and dumb as hell, too, because Trump was telling them right in the face all the time. And they still wouldn't vote for him. But Mr. Trump for president. And the man didn't give a damn about you. The man got up there and said, they're eating the cats, they're eating the dogs. How you gonna say some crap like that? And they still wouldn't vote for him. You understand? So, like the old saying, you F around, now you're finding out what they're really about. Tell you the truth, I don't like Trump. I don't like him. I don't like none of them. I wish for all them destruction. The same way they wish for our destruction, I wish for their destruction too. They don't give a damn about us. Continue reading on. That's why we're reading about this Psalms right here. This Psalm is David's telling you how he think and what the Most High is going to do to the wicked against the people of the Most High. Continue.
Psalms 10, verse 5. His ways are always grievous.
See, their ways are always grievous. Continue.
Thy judgments are far above out of his sight. As for all his enemies, he puffeth at them.
Yeah, and they count us their enemies and they puff at us. They don't care about us. Continue.
He has said in his heart, I shall not be moved.
That's what they're saying. I shall not be moved. This is America. We're going to make America great. They figure they'll never come down from their throne that they're on. But they're coming down, buddy. You coming down. Continue.
For I shall never be in adversity.
That's what they said. We'll never be in adversity. Yes, you will. You got a lot of enemies coming up against you very soon. You don't see nothing yet. Continue.
His mouth is full of cursing and deceit and fraud.
See, his mouth is full of cursing and deceit and fraud. And Trump is a fraud. The Republican Party is a fraud. Continue.
Under his tongue is mischief and vanity.
See, under their tongue is mischief and vanity. Everything they do is about mischief. Frame mischievous laws against you to oppress you. Continue.
He sitteth in the lurking places of the villages. In the secret places doth he murder the innocent.
And who does that for them? The CIA. That's what they do. They go into countries and eliminate people. When you don't play according to what they want you to do, they go in and they wipe you out. And they've been doing that for centuries, the CIA. Okay? They did it to Panama. Okay? They did it to a lot of islands in the Caribbean. They did it in Africa. Okay? And that's what they're trying to do to what's his name now? To Abraham Traoré. But they see it's not working. Damn devils. Read that verse again.
Psalms 10, verse 8. He sitteth in the lurking places of the villages.
Yeah, he's sitting in the lurking places of the villages. Like he's a humble, he's a humanitarian, he's a missionary. Okay, he's there to help the people. But he's there as a what? As a mercenary. Like Bob Marley said, I don't want my people to be contrary, brother. You're right. He said, we're gonna find out who's the real revolutionary, the real mercenaries coming to kill the people. That's what they do, come in as if they're so humanitarian. Oh, we come in to aid the people, but you're coming to kill and rob the people and steal the resources. Bunch of damn mercenaries. All right, go ahead.
In the secret places doth he murder the innocent.
And that's what he do. And he murdered the people. And he set up certain puppet leaders to do it. He get your own people to do it for him. So he goes, I didn't do it. It was your people. When he was the one that supplied the means, the logistic, and the weapons to do it. Somebody had to do it. He's the one that set the means for you to destroy and ambush your own people. He supplies the weapons, the finance, and the appropriate timing to bump off your leaders. Thomas Sankara, from the same place that Abraham Traoré from. You know who bumped him off? His own right-hand man. How was he able to do it? Because he was working with the CIA. Patrice Lumumba. All the African leaders were bumped off by the French, the British, and the CIA. Because they didn't play the games that they wanted to play. So they could go and rob Africa and steal the resources. Read this book called An Economical Hitman. How they'll send out the CIA in Central and South America to kill leaders when they don't play with you, play ball with them. Bunch of criminals. And we're reading about it right here. Yes, you Howard up.
With all my heart, I do not believe that assassination attempt from Trump was real.
It was a plot and a ploy. You understand?
Whoever did get killed was just killed.
He was just there. He wasn't even a real shooter. A real hitman doesn't miss from that close range like that. Okay? That was too much of a close range to miss.
Police went up to that scene and came back down.
And then when he missed, he started shooting again. Baba, and still missing. Now, a real hitman for the paramedics hit team is a one-shot goal. It's over. Okay? When they hit Martin Luther King, it wasn't, oh, we missed. No. They hit him, and guess what? They hit him, but he wasn't dead yet. And when he got in the room, the CIA and them smothered him to death with a pillow. He was still alive, and they didn't give him no medical treatment. And when they went in there and put a pillow over him and smothered him to death, these devils, they're going to pay, man. They're going to pay. Okay? They're going to pay for the evil they have done to us. That's why my topic is, the Most High has not forgotten the poor. Okay? Most High haven't forgotten us. Continue reading on.
His eyes are privately set against the poor.
See? And his eyes is privately set against the poor. He looks down at you and find ways and means how he could destroy you. Continue.
He lied in wait secretly as a lion in his den.
Mm-hmm.
He lied in wait to catch the poor.
That's what he do. He lies in wait to catch the poor. Go ahead.
He doth catch the poor when he drawed him into his net.
And what is his net that he draws you into? His democracy, his hypocrisy. He used that democracy to say, look, we bring in democracy so it can work for you. But it's a net, it's a trap to offset you. That's why Abraham Traore said, we don't want your democracy in our country. Keep your democracy out. Their democracy is only used as a weapon to disarm you. It's not no real democracy. It's hypocrisy. Okay, continue.
He crouched it and himself, and humbled himself.
Yeah, he crouched himself and humbled himself. Oh, we're coming to as a humanitarians. We're there to assist you. No, he's coming as an infiltrator. Never trust your enemy and bring your enemy into nothing that you have. Ain't no devil coming in here. You could stand outside, but you're not coming in here. You're not coming in here to infiltrate and overthrow nothing in here. You stay outside. You want to learn? You can learn by watching the video, but you're not coming in here. No devils allowed it. As long as I live, I'm going to stand by that. Ain't no devils coming in here. You want to support it? Yeah, you could give money, but you're not coming in here. Yeah, put your money because that's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to support the truth. But to come in the midst of the congregation, we don't trust you. The Most High said, never trust your enemy. As iron rusteth, so is his ways. Can you trust a black mamba? Can you trust a serpent? You can't trust no serpent. A serpent will bite without you even messing with him. Continue.
He crouched and humbled himself that the poor may fall by his strong ones.
See? And when he does that, he makes you drop your guards. Oh, he's such a nice person. He doesn't mean harm. He's there to help us. Don't fall for that. That's all an act. It's all a trick. It's deceptive. That's another means of what? Military tactics, strategy. You know how warfare is? Warfare is soft warfare and hard warfare. Different strategies for war. And one of the best way to disarm your enemy is to come as if, look, I surrender. I don't mean harm. I love you. Give me a chance. Never. Never. Your enemy has strategies and ways of destroying you. And who fall for that? It's merely black people. You fall for that when you start crying. And you fall for it. Oh, man, oh, he's so sorry. No, he's not sorry. He's waiting for the opportune time to get at you. Yes, Yahweh.
I remember person found a snake. The snake was all beat up, wounded. And the person healed it, brought it back to life, and then bit him. So he asked, why did you fight? They said, you know what I was when you broke.
Right. You know what a snake was, right? And to prove what I'm saying, because I know some people might get offended with what I'm saying, but go to Ecclesiastes, the 13th chapter. The Most High said, never trust your enemy, man. As iron rusted, so is his ways, man. They're never going to change, man. Ecclesiastes, the 13th chapter. Ecclesiastes, the 13th chapter. And we're going to start here from we come back right here to Psalms, because Psalms is a good Psalms 10. All right, Ecclesiastes, the 13th chapter, and start here from
Oh, you apocryphal. That's great.
no, it's the one that says about the enemy. He said your enemy. Give me 1 second. It said as iron rusted, so is his ways. The 12th chapter, right? Yeah. Okay. Ecclesiastes 12, and start here from Yep. Start from the 10th verse. Yeah.
Read that book of Apocrypha, Ecclesiastes chapter 12, verse 10. Never trust thine enemy.
See, that's not talking about the enemy of your own people. And even some of the enemy of your own people, you have to watch them too, very carefully too. But it's talking about the natural born enemy. Okay, read again.
Never trust thine enemy, for like as iron rusteth, so is his wickedness.
See, iron always rusteth. You're not going to keep iron the same all the time. After a period of time, it's going to start to rust. So he's showing you just like iron rusteth, so is the wicked. Okay, continue.
Though he humble himself.
See what he said? Though he humble himself, he come, oh, I don't mean no harm. I'm just here to help. I'll do anything to help your cause. Just give me that chance. Okay, and Peter fall for that. Go ahead.
And go crouching, yet take good heed and beware of him.
See what the Most High said? Take good heed and beware of him. Okay, go ahead.
And thou shalt be unto him as if thou hadst wiped a looking glass.
You ever see a glass when it's foggy? You can't see nothing. But when you wipe it, you can see everything now. That's the same way with the wicked. He's like a looking glass. It's foggy. But when you clean it, like when you're in the shower, and you're in the shower and the bathroom mirror gets foggy, you can't see nothing. But when you clean it, you can see yourself. That's the same way with the wicked. All right? Your enemy. Go ahead.
And thou shalt know that his rust have not been altogether wiped away.
See, his rust is never going to be wiped away. That rust always going to be there with him. I don't care if you put WD-40 in it and clear it up, it's going to come back again. All right? Go ahead.
Set him not by thee.
See that? Set him not by thee. Go ahead.
Lest when he hath overthrown thee.
See? Lest when he have overthrown thee. Go ahead.
He stand up in thy place.
He's going to stand up in your place. He's going to take your seat in your position. He's going to take over everything that you have and claim it to be his. Go ahead.
Neither let him sit at thy right hand.
Don't let him sit at your right hand. Well, this is my best friend. I trust him. He have proven himself to be a good friend. No, don't do it. Don't do it. Go ahead.
lest he seek to take thy seat.
And that's what he's going to do. He's going to seek to take your seat. Go ahead.
And thou at the last remember my words.
So what he said, and you at the last going to remember my words that I told you. Go ahead.
And he pricked therewith.
And be pricked therewith. You're going to be pricked. All right? You're going to get stuck with that because you didn't take advice and you didn't listen. You didn't take heed. You let your emotions lead you to believe in that. Oh, he's such a good, oh, he's not all the same. Never trust a snake. I don't trust no snake. I don't care if he doesn't bite. I don't want no snake around me. A boa constrictor, no anaconda. None of them. Okay, go ahead.
Who will pity a charmer that is bitten with a serpent?
See, he's telling you right here. Who will pity a charmer that is bitten with a serpent? You know what's a charmer? A person that try to charm a snake. How you going to charm the snake? He's going to still bite you. Okay? Because that's his nature. Go ahead.
Or any such as come nigh wild beasts.
If you go near a wild beast, he's going to eat you. He's not going to say, well, no, look, he's human. Don't eat him. No. All he sees is food. Go ahead.
So one that goeth to a sinner and is defiled with him in his sins, who will pity? For a while he will abide with thee.
See, for a while he will abide with you. He's going to act like he's there with you, supporting you. But when the opportune time comes, he's going to seize the moment to overthrow you and take you down. Go ahead.
But if thou begin to fall, he will not tarry. An enemy speaketh sweetly.
See, an enemy speaketh sweetly. He used sweet, good, enticing words. Okay, and people fall for that. Go ahead.
With his lips.
With his lips. Go ahead.
But in his heart, he imagineth how to throw thee into a pit.
You see that? He's imagined, how can I get rid of this nigga? How can I get rid of him? Go ahead.
He will weep with his eyes.
See, he will act like he's crying and sorry for you, weeping. Like he's so sorry. All right, go ahead.
But if he find opportunity, he will not be satisfied with blood.
See that? If he find an opportunity, he will not be satisfied until he sheds your blood. That's the enemy. Go ahead.
If adversity come upon thee, thou shalt find him there first.
See, if adversity come, he's right there first. Yeah. To pour it in your face and to let you know. Go ahead.
And though he pretended to help thee.
See, and though he pretend to help you, as if he's aiding, he's helping you. Go ahead.
Yet shall he undermine thee.
See, he's going to undermine you no matter what. He's going to use propaganda. And now how do you undermine most black people today? By using propaganda. Malcolm X said, the media will have you believing that the oppressed is the oppressor and the oppressor is the oppressed. And that's a true thing. How are you going to have you believing that the oppressor is the oppressed and the one that's being oppressed is the oppressor? That's mind control. And that's what they do. They will undermine you by using propaganda. Go ahead.
He will shake his head and clap his hands and whisper much and change his countenance.
That's what the enemy will do to you. Now go back here to Psalms 10 about the enemy. The same thing. Yes.
Psalms 55 and 20.
You can read that too. Yeah, that goes right in with that too. Read, yeah, you can read it.
He hath put forth his hand against such as be at peace with him.
Mm-hmm.
He hath broken his covenant. His words of his mouth were smoother than butter.
Yes, smooth. Like, wow. No, he's not like that. He's for all cause. Don't look at him like that. He's a very good person. His words are so smooth. It will have you convinced that he's what you think he's not. Go ahead.
But war was in his heart.
But war is in their heart. That's all they think about, war. Continue.
His words were softer than oil.
See, his words were softer than oil. Go ahead.
Yet were they drawn to sword.
That they were drawn swords, ready to put you out of your misery. All right. Go back to Psalms 10. And what verse we left off in?
Left off at verse
verse
7, I think.
Verse 7?
No, I read that.
No, we
9, right there. Read book of Psalms, chapter 10, verse 9. He lied in wait secretly as a lion in his den.
Mm-hmm.
He lied in wait to catch the poor.
And that's what he does. He lie in wait to catch the poor because he knows that the poor is desperate of certain material things. So he will use that to catch you. Well, I'll give you $1 million. But behind of that $1 million is a catch to it. Is what he can exploit and rob from you in the end. It's not about a sincere agenda. It's a hidden agenda to destroy you. Go ahead.
He doth catch the poor when he drawed him in his net.
And he draws you into his net. He catches you with his net. Continue.
He croucheth and humbled himself, that the poor may fall by his strong ones.
Mm-hmm.
He has said in his heart, the Most High have forgotten.
See, that's what they think. The Most High have forgotten about the poor. Huh. God didn't care about the poor. If he did, he would have got them out of this condition a long time ago. That's what they think, that the Most High have forgotten the poor. Go ahead.
He hideth his face. He will never see it.
God will never see what we're doing. Who knows what we're doing? They figure the Most High is not seeing what they're doing, but the Most High see exactly what they're doing. And because the Most High didn't judge them when they did it, they figure, there's no God. God have forgotten them. So let's use them. Go ahead.
Arise, verse 12. Psalms 10, verse 12. Arise, O Most High, O power, lift up thine hand. Forget not the humble.
See what David said? Forget not the humble. Don't forget the humble. Continue.
Wherefore doth the wicked contemn the Most High?
See, wherefore doth the wicked contemn the Most High? They don't like the Most High. They scorn the Most High. They reject the Most High. Go ahead.
He has said in his heart, thou wilt not require it.
The Most High does not require what I did to them. What I did to them, God is not going to do nothing. He approves of it. That's why they're able to do what they're doing and get away with it. Continue.
Thou hast seen it, for thou beholdest mischief and spite, to require it with thy hand. The poor committed himself unto thee. Thou art the helper of the fatherless.
See, that's who's going to be the help of the poor and the fatherless, the Most High. Continue.
Break thou the arm of the wicked.
So what David said, break thou the arm of the wicked. We want the Most High to break the arm of the wicked. Break them down. Skating condemnation of the wicked. Continue.
And the evil man.
And the evil man. Trump, Elon Musk, the Republican Party, all of them are evil. Continue.
Seek out his wickedness till thou find none.
Mm-hmm.
The Lord Most High is king forever and ever. The heathen are perished out of his hand.
Mm-hmm.
The Lord Most High, thou hast heard the desire of the humble.
See, the Most High have heard the desire of the humble. Continue.
Thou wilt prepare his heart. Thou wilt cause thine ear to hear.
And the Most High is going to cause his ear to hear the cry of the poor and the humble. Continue.
To judge the fatherless and the oppressed.
See, to judge the fatherless and the oppressed. To judge the fatherless and the oppressed. Continue.
That the man of the earth may know more oppressed.
And who is the man that's oppressing the people of the earth? If you use common sense, it's the Europeans. It's the ruling powers that rule this earth. They're the one that's oppressing the people. Read that last verse again.
That the man of the earth,
That the man of the earth, the rulers of this earth, the oligarchy, the nation that's ruling this earth, go ahead,
may no more oppress.
may no more oppress the people of the earth. And that's what we ask the Most High to bring his judgment. Now, I'm going to hold this here. And now we're going to show you that part with the 10 military contractors and the money that they receive from the government without fail. They don't cut nothing from it. Let me show you this here. And when you get a chance, you can read it, Yahweh. All right? But I have it here too. I'm gonna read it off too. Read the headline, what it says.
It says the top 10 U.S. defense contractors report has Lockheed Martin leading.
Lockheed Martin. So these are the top 10 U.S. defense contractors. This is where all the money is going. To the big corporations, all right, to the billionaires, okay, to the ruling elites. This is where they're going to take all that money that they cut from the poor to give to these big military contractors. Okay.
Leading FY23.
All right, Raytheon. That's a Raytheon. All right, go ahead.
Okay. Let's see what we got here. Okay, with conflict in Ukraine and Gaza not letting up, as well as new one escalating in Asia, the U.S. is seeing an increase in defense spending.
And that's what they're doing. They're spending more for defense spending, but cutting from the poor. Does that make sense? Is that justice? Is that equality? Is that righteous?
Nope.
No, it's wicked and it's evil.
That's right.
Okay? To do something like that shows you they don't care about the people.
Gone.
Okay, go ahead.
This spending has resulted in defense contractors playing an even bigger role in national security. Companies like Lockheed Martin and RTX have witnessed a significant increase in contracts.
Right. So Lockheed Martin gets $61.4 billion from the government. Raytheon gets $24.1 billion, and they don't cut nothing from that budget. Nothing is cut from that budget, but every year it increases. But yet they want to cut Social Security, Medicare, Medicaid, food stamp,
Social Security,
all the benefits that's needed for the poor people. They want to cut. All the government services, they want to cut that, but they're not cutting from none of these big corporations. All right, go ahead.
According to a report by USspending.gov, the FY23 defense contract obligation totals $466.3 billion, up 10% from FY22. The top 100 defense contracts account for 62% of those alleged dollars. The DoD's available funding in FY23 was down 7.3% at 1.52 trillion.
All right, that's it. So I'm gonna just read off the names here. All right, the top 10 U.S. defense contractors: Lockheed Martin, I guess $61.4 billion. Raytheon, $24.1 billion. General Dynamics, $22.9 billion. Boeing, $20.1 billion. Northrop Grumman, 16.3 billion. Huntington Ingalls, $10.5 billion. Humana. Everybody know who's Humana?
It's insurance company.
Insurance, a health provider, is a military contract, defense contractor.
God.
You see how corrupt these people are?
Yeah.
Devils, man.
Yeah.
Okay, Humana is a healthcare provider. Okay, and they're in the top. That's in the top 10
Yeah.
U.S. defense contractors. They're number 7, and they get $7.8 billion.
No wonder why they abuse the system.
They abuse the system. They don't care about the people, man. You understand? It's all about profits for them, man. And that's why the Most High has to destroy this wicked, evil, oppressive system. It's a vampire system. All it does is suck the blood of the poor. Suck your blood and use you and spit you out. And talk about, oh, you should be grateful you have a job. A job? What job? First of all, you're not even paying no living wages for nobody, man. Talk about you paying living wages. What the hell is $20 an hour? That ain't nothing.
Right.
$25 an hour. When a CEO gets millions of dollars, a CEO takes home, what do you get paid? What, every month, every 2 weeks? Millions of dollars.
Remember that guy that got shot in the back was walking down
In Manhattan.
He's part of that too.
Yeah. You understand? So I know this is L3 Harris, $7.5 billion. BAE Systems, $7.0 billion. Cencora, $4.4 billion. Cencora is a leading pharmaceutical company.
Yeah, BAE too, Ben. I'm familiar with
Yeah.
that because they make parts.
Parts, yeah.
Like
electronics.
Control things.
Right.
They make it for air defense.
For air defense. So this is where all the money is going, and they're trying to cut off from the poor, cut off your Social Security, Medicare, and all this stuff to give to these big rich corporations and the elites. That's not just, that's evil. Yes, Yahweh. Yeah, sacrifice the poor to give to the rich. That's why the scripture tells you, what we read earlier, he that robbed the poor to give to the rich, you're going to pay a daily price for that. Let me read that verse. Let me read that chapter again. Go to Proverbs 6. It was Proverbs 16. Let me read that verse again. Yes.
They're so greedy. They got these commercials for the seniors. They're saying that, you know, the government, you have to check for you. $3,000. You can spend it on anything you want. Yeah. But the flip side, you got to change your insurance.
Yeah. And then you still have to pay for it for taxes. How the hell you still got to pay Social Security after you work for that damn thing? You put in 40 years. Then you still got to pay federal tax on your Social Security? That's robbery, man. That you already paid in for it. Extortion, man. These devils got to pay, man. Got to pay, man. All right. Read Proverbs 16 and Proverbs 19. Sorry, Proverbs 19. Oh, it was Proverbs. No, it was Proverbs I gave you. No, it was yeah, but the one Zachariah read earlier.
I read 19 too. I read 19.
Yeah, it was 19 and what? Proverbs 19 and
it was I started at the
no, it's Proverbs 19 and 17. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Read book of Proverbs, chapter 19, verse 17.
That's not the one. No, that's not it. Sorry about it. It's Proverbs 21 and 13. Proverbs 21, 13.
Read book of Proverbs, chapter 21, verse 13. Whoso stoppeth his ears at the cry of the poor, he also shall cry himself. but shall not be heard.
Okay, now jump down to now go over here to Proverbs, the 22nd chapter, Proverbs 22. This is the one, Proverbs 22, and read the 16th verse.
The book of Proverbs, chapter 22, verse 16. He that oppresseth the poor to increase his riches.
See what they do? He that oppresseth the poor to increase his riches. Go ahead.
And he that giveth to the rich.
And you give it to the rich. How you going to take from the poor and give to the rich? All right, go ahead.
Shall surely come to want.
They're surely going to come to want very soon. All right. Now jump down to the 22nd verse.
Verse 22. Rob not the poor.
See, don't rob the poor. Rob not the poor. Go ahead.
Because he is poor.
Because he is poor. Go ahead.
Neither oppress the afflicted in the gate.
See, and neither oppress the afflicted in the gate. All right. Go ahead.
For the Most High will plead their cause and spoil the soul of those that spoil them.
All right. Now from there, go to Proverbs 17 and 5. Proverbs 17 and 5.
We have the book of Proverbs, chapter 17, verse 5. Whoso mocketh the poor reproacheth his maker.
See that? When you make a mockery of the poor, you're reproaching the Most High. The Most High the Most High get offended by that when you reproach when you mock the poor, because the Most High made us poor for a reason, because of what we did. Right. You understand? And when you take advantage of the poor for your own means to get your riches, you have to deal with the Most High. The Most High hates that. Just like the Most High hates when you oppress the fatherless and a widow. The Most High gets vicious with that thing, man. The Most High hates that. Read on.
And he that is glad at calamities shall not be unpunished.
Mm-hmm. You see that? So when you're glad at calamities of the poor, you're not going unpunished. All right? So from there, go to Psalm 69:33. And then we're going to pull up the one with Deborah about MAGA turns against Trump. All right? Psalm 69:33.
Got a book of Psalms, chapter 69, verse 33. For the Lord Most High heard the poor, and despised not his prisoners. Let the heaven and earth praise.
Read again.
For the Lord Most High heareth the poor.
Mm-hmm. The Most High hears the poor. All right, go ahead.
And despiseth not his prisoners.
See, and despiseth not his prisoners. All right, go to Psalm 70 and 5.
In the book of Psalms, chapter 70, verse 5. But I am poor and needy. Make haste unto me, O Most High, omnipotent power, that art my help and my deliverer. O Lord Most High, make no tarrying.
All right. Now from there, go to Habakkuk 3:14. Habakkuk 3:14. Habakkuk, 3rd chapter, the 14th verse. 3:14.
Read the book of Habakkuk, chapter 3, verse 13. 14. Thou didst strike through with his staffs, with the staves, the head of his villages.
Mm-hmm.
They came out as a whirlwind to scatter me. Their rejoicing was as to devour the poor secretly.
See, that's their whole mission, to devour the poor secretly. And how do they do that? By making legislation, laws, create laws to do those things. How is Trump able to do all what he's doing? by using executive order. Through the policies that they create, they frame mischief by a law to oppress the poor. Right? And a lot of white Americans gonna feel and see that they have been duped, they have been used, they have been suckered by their own leaders, the Republican Party. And they're gonna grab their piece, man. They're gonna grab that AR, they're gonna grab that heckler and catch, and they're gonna make it talk for them. That's gonna do the talking for them. And I'm gonna back that up with the scripture too, because that's gonna happen very soon. That's coming. Let's go to the Second Ezra. That's coming very soon. The people are gonna see that the government doesn't give a damn about them, and they're only using them. Second Ezra. Right, the 15th chapter. Start here from the 14th verse. Second Ezra, the 15th chapter, and the 14th verse.
We're in the book of Apocrypha, Second Ezra, chapter 15, verse 14. 15? 14. Woe to the world and them that dwell therein, for the sword and their destruction draweth nigh. And one people shall stand up to fight against another.
And that's going to happen of the conditions that's coming upon the people in America. And they're going to see it's your politicians that's causing the problem. These politicians are the problem. They allow the ruling elites to do what they're doing. They take bribes, get money on the table, have big, what's the term they use? Lobbyists, all right? They meet in big fancy hotels and get all that money and pay off to go along with the crime. The job of the politician is to set the rule and say, no, that's not supposed to be so. But they go along with the rich ruling elites and allow the ruling elites to do the hell they want to do. How do you think Trump and Elon Musk was able to go into the government and did what they did? They're not supposed to do that. That's against the constitutional laws. And he wasn't even an American citizen. He was a damn a South African that went into the American government, went into the data, and took all the information of the people's Social Security.
Ben, now that they're fighting, what's going to become of that now that they have, like Elon Musk took all of that now, and they're at war?
It's a civil war because some people are going to choose sides. They're going to choose with Elon Musk, and some will go with Trump, right? And it's going to cause a big friction because of their greed, and the Most High is going to have them in derision. Most High is going to have them in derision. Yes.
The Edomites is already building a militia.
Yeah.
To cover that.
They're sick and tired of that. And they see the problem is their politicians. Okay? That's the problem. They allow this crap to happen. They're enablers to all the evil and corruption. Their job is to put their foot down. Elon Musk was supposed to go in there and do that. Only the Senate and the Congress have the right to do that. Not somebody that just came in with Trump and took over the government. That's impeachable right there from the word go. Every citizen have a right there to impeach. Okay? And it tells you in the Constitution, if your government becomes tyrannical, it's your right and obligation to overthrow that system. That's in their Constitution. That's tyranny right there. And all those people, I guarantee you, man, I give it 3 years and all that Social Security money is gone. It's gone. They went into Fort Knox and they took the gold. Trump took the gold and invested in Bitcoin. Okay? And people just think, oh, the rich is going to do for us. Oh, The rich doesn't care about you. Continue reading on.
And swords in their hands.
And swords in their hands. Go ahead.
For there shall be sedition among men.
There's going to be sedition among men. That's coming. Go ahead.
And invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes.
Who's their kings and princes? Their politicians, their governors, their presidents, their mayors. They're not going to regard their elected officials because they're going to see that they're the problem. Read that part again.
For there shall be sedition among men and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power.
And what does that mean? What does that mean?
No, what I was going to say, like, what's going to be important to see when Trump holds his rallies like before, there's going to be like a large turnout.
People going to start turning against him too. His own MAGA people is going to turn again because you're going to see that they're being used. He's lying to them and he's robbing them. So read that part. It says, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power. What does that mean? Read that part again.
And the course of their actions shall stand in their power.
What does that mean?
That they're making their rules, they're making plans.
Yes. Sherman? That's right. They're going to take things into their own hands. They're going to say, to hell with you. That's going to happen very soon. They're going to take actions into their own hands. They're going to grab that AR, put a double magazine on it, and they're going to let that AR talk for them. Trust me, that's coming very soon. Because people are fed up and sick and tired of it. When you're losing your pensions, your 401k, Social Security, Medicare, food stamp, your jobs. You know how many jobs are being lost in America right now? UPS, FedEx, big stores closing down left and right. Trucking companies laying off left and right. So when you can't get no government job and you try to go to the private sector and they closing out, what you gonna do? You think people are just gonna stand there and say, oh, no, no. They're gonna oil it up, crank it up. I gotta eat. My family gotta survive. And that's what it's gonna come down to. It's gonna be every man for himself. Okay, God, people are tired. Right now, they ain't seeing nothing yet. Wait till the end of this summer. Wait till the end of this summer when those tariffs really kick in. And Walmart and these stores can't have their shelves stocked away and they're raising the price. When you're paying for a case of water right now for $6, you may have to pay for one maybe $15 for a case of water very soon with tax. Yeah.
When they go to a stadium, baseball game, you gotta pay $15 for a couple of years.
That's going to be more now. Okay? Because to get the logistic of it transported in, that's where the companies will say, listen, we're losing. We have to pay more for this. And companies, all they care about is profit. When they care about sale, there's no such thing as no sale. There's no sale. The only reason why I say it's a sale because they have so much of the stock that they have to get rid of it. It's so much in abundance, so they say it's a sale. But it's not a sale.
It's about to expire.
It's about to expire. It's all about mind games, okay? They're playing games with the people, man. Ain't no sale. That's the original price from the get-go. You understand? But they up the price so they can make their profits. Corporations are greedy. They don't care about the people. It's all about profits, revenues. Finish reading on.
Verse 17, a man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able.
That's going to happen. Why? Let's find out.
For because of their pride, the cities shall be troubled. The houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid.
And men is going to be afraid. Go ahead.
A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor.
He ain't gonna have no pity. When a man can't get no food and he see you got food, you think he's gonna have pity and say, well, can I have some? No, he's gonna crank up his stuff and say, give it to me now. Well, I'm gonna lay you down. That's what's gonna happen. Okay? Yeah, how it up? Your bird, that's what's coming. That's coming too. You understand? Because it's gonna be a famine and food shortage. Okay, we haven't seen nothing yet, man. Hell is coming to this place, man. Pure hell. And they don't care about the poor. Continue.
But shall destroy their houses with the sword, and spoil their goods.
And spoil their goods. Go ahead.
Because of the lack of bread.
See, because of the lack of bread, there's going to be a food shortage. And Walmart and already told Trump, listen, by you putting these tariffs, it's eventually going to cause the price of food to go up, and the shelves is going to go empty after a while. Okay? But they don't want to listen to that. And they're telling them, Trump don't know nothing about business like that. The CEOs are telling him, listen, man, because Trump is an incompetent businessman. How many businesses did he have bankrupted? At least 7 of them. He had 2 casinos bankrupted, a university bankrupted, Trump Plaza. All of it got bankrupted under him because he's an incompetent buffoon. Okay? And listen, man, we got to brace ourselves and get ourselves ready, man. Prepare ourselves. Okay? Because hell is coming. Okay? It's going to be a time of great trouble, like the scripture said. But we're going to be delivered out of it. Okay? You think white people, they're crying out. They're complaining now. I saw one white girl saying, listen, I just got laid off from my job and I put in so much application for jobs. And it's going to be competition to get jobs now. Because look at this. When FedEx lays off, UPS, the post office, who's going to be applying for those jobs? Those same people that have been laid off. Okay? And they might too cut unemployment too. The greedy dogs that they are. You understand? Because that's how the wicked thinks. Well, we're going to save more money if we cut off these things, but not seeing that it's affecting the poor. Yes, you Howard up. You understand? So it's going to get rough, but we have the Most High on our side, and we have to realize that the Most High have not forgotten the poor. Okay? Continue reading on.
And for great tribulation.
See? And for great tribulation. Go ahead.
Behold, said the Most High Power, I will call together all the kings of the earth to reverence me.
Okay, so that's going into what's going to take place in the Middle East, the wars that's coming. So the Most High showing you what's going to take place here. The hell that's coming here in America. And you know where it's starting? New York is like, it's being reserved. Like, there's nothing really happening to New York yet, you know. New York is living good, still doing good. You should see those Europeans in the Midwestern states, down in those states that voted for Trump. They catching their royal behind, man. Okay? And they mad. They're mad. Okay? They losing their jobs. All those federal jobs that they had working for the post office, the FedEx job, truckers. Truckers are being laid off left and right. Some of them, that's all they had for the last 30 and 40 years were truckers. And truckers are complaining it's slow at the dock. You understand?
I have a precept for you.
Go ahead.
This is the book of Psalms, chapter 7 and 9. Oh, let the wickedness of the wicked come to an end, but establish the just. For the righteous power trieth their hearts and the reins.
That's right. You understand? So let wickedness come to an end. And we're seeing the end of what's coming to America. This is all because of their greed. Greed. And don't have no mercy for the poor. All they think about is their own pockets. Okay, exceptional greed. That's a grave sin. Right? So from there, go to the book of James. Well, actually, go to no, play that video. We're gonna play a video right here with Sister Deborah. All right. I know she doesn't mind, but fair use of this video. Fair use. All right. Fair use of this video is a good video by Sister Deborah. And what time is it? Wow, 2:34.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the channel. Well, this feud between Donald Trump and Elon Musk is heating up so bad that now Elon Musk wants Donald Trump impeached. And the Trump team wants Elon Musk deported. This thing is getting really, really ugly at this point. So now people are choosing sides. They're choosing whether they support Elon or Donald Trump. And some are calling out the fact that both of them are corrupt and rotten to the core.
That's right.
So now America...
What if you can create your own website by saying, this is what I want? With Wix, you can.
...is in complete embarrassment mode. The Most High is exposing
That's right.
this wickedness here in America. Now, Elon Musk, he seems like he is gloating over the fact that he has bombs that he can drop to expose Donald Trump and his character. But what he's actually doing is exposing his own character as well, because you were willing to support this buffoon even though you knew some of these things about him, the things that you are now exposing. As long as it suited you, you were supporting him. And Donald Trump seems to be out of touch. Talking about Elon Musk missed the place when this man is ripping you to pieces, to shreds. This feud is getting so bad that Donald Trump is also threatening to cancel the billions of dollars worth of contracts that Elon Musk has with the government. Let's look and watch at some of these reports as this thing goes nuclear.
You know, this ongoing battle is definitely brutal, but I got to tell you, most of the people we spoke with are not surprised that the world's richest man is feuding with the president.
Elon Musk has given me his complete and total endorsement.
Elon Musk was one of President Trump's most high-profile supporters. The president often returned the favor with public praise.
What he is a patriot. He's a man that I can tell you, he's a friend of mine. He's become a friend of mine.
But that friendship is over, with Musk and Trump now openly attacking each other on social media. Musk slammed the president's so-called Big Beautiful Bill, calling it pork-filled and a disgusting abomination. Trump fired back, saying Musk was wearing thin and that he asked him to leave.
I think it's ridiculous, but we should have known it was going to happen, because as soon as you don't agree with Trump and you go against him, I mean, they're like two children. They're not even adults. They're like children.
The attacks from Musk are getting uglier. In one post, he wrote, "Time to drop the really big bomb. At real Donald Trump is in the Epstein files. That's the real reason they haven't been made public." In another post, Musk claimed, "Without me, Trump would have lost the election."
This was completely expected when you have two celestial bodies that are so volatile. It's like putting nitroglycerin and TNT together. All it takes is one spark for both of them to go off, and that's what we're watching right now.
Political analyst Luis Alvarado says some of the attacks have gone too far, and ultimately both Musk and Trump could pay a price.
Eventually, both of them will come out being injured. Elon Musk still has contracts with the United States government, and Donald Trump needs to take care of his reputation. But most importantly, he needs to pass that bill through Congress. And I don't know if that's going to be possible after this entire melee between both of them.
On Truth Social, President Trump threatened to terminate Elon's governmental subsidies and contracts. Elon responded with this post. At SpaceX will begin decommissioning its Dragon spacecraft immediately. Reaction on the street has been swift.
If Musk is criticizing the bill, he's out. That's how Trump has worked his whole life and throughout his first presidency and for now.
I didn't think that those two honestly would ever really like come together in any sort of political office at all. And this weird simulation we're living in, now all of a sudden they're there, and now there's just this feud between the two because they don't agree, when either are just not fit for politics and not fit for office.
And now former Trump advisor Steve Bannon is reportedly urging the president to deport Elon Musk. Laura, Christine, I'll send it back to you guys in the studio.
Okay, it's exciting to watch these two adult fifth graders going at each other, threatening each other on social media. But it's also an embarrassment to this country. I believe again that the Most High is doing this. He says he has taken the wise men out of Edom. These people are very unwise, and they are melting down in real time before the whole world.
Thank you, Matthew. Donald Trump and Elon Musk's once close relationship has imploded in the most dramatic fashion. Today, the President of the United States and the world's richest man traded jabs. Trump said he was very disappointed in Musk and threatened to cut off Musk's government contracts, to which Musk said without him, Trump would have lost the election. Then Elon posted on X, time to drop the really big bomb, and wrote that Trump is, quote, in the Epstein files.
Yeah.
That's the real reason they've not been made public. Have a nice day, DJT. Musk didn't offer evidence. Trump has been previously named in Epstein documents. We've seen video as well of them together back in the day. But was never accused of wrongdoing. The intense fallout follows Musk's criticism of Trump's spending bill. Fox's Connor Hansen reports.
I'm very disappointed in Elon. I've helped Elon a lot.
The battle over President Trump's big, beautiful bill is starting to get ugly, firing off a series of posts on his social media platform in real time while Trump was talking Thursday. Elon Musk is urging Republicans to, quote, ditch the mountain of disgusting pork in the bill. President Trump is suggesting the world's richest man and Tesla CEO is upset over cuts to EV incentives.
I'll be honest, I think he misses the place. I think he got out there and all of a sudden he wasn't in this beautiful Oval Office.
Senate leaders have a goal of getting the bill on President Trump's desk by the 4th of July, but members have made it clear they plan to leave their mark on it.
We would like a little more cutting than the House has done. Anytime we reduce spending and yield a savings for the American people, that is a positive.
The Congressional Budget Office says the bill will add nearly $2.5 trillion to the deficit and leave more than 10 million Americans uninsured. But President Trump lashing out in another post, saying there's an easier way to cut billions and billions from the budget by terminating Elon's government contracts. Democrats are still united against the bill, meaning Republicans can only afford to have 3 GOP senators.
This is the quickest way to clear out stuck poop.
I have to poop, but it feels stuck. Stop!
Vote no. In New York, Connor Hansen, Fox News.
Okay, it's amazing to see Donald Trump threatening to take away Elon Musk's subsidies and his contracts. This is proof that they are using this governmental platform as their own personal power tool. They are using this to destroy not just the American people, but each other now. So there's no real president in office right now. We are dealing with a massive clown show. Let's continue and watch this unfold.
All right, Karen, is this breakup of the Trump-Musk bromance officially over?
Kira, I was in the Oval Office last Friday for Elon Musk's send-off event where the president handed him a very heavy golden key. They had a lot of positive words to each other. What a remarkable turn of events in just 6 days from that moment. The president today said repeatedly in the Oval Office he is very disappointed in Elon Musk, who is now coming out swinging against the one big beautiful bill, urging Americans to call their lawmakers and tell them to vote against it, writing on social media, kill the bill. The president says that Elon has policy issues with the bill because of that electric vehicle subsidy that was taken out of it. But he also got personal, talking about some of Elon Musk's potential grievances since leaving the administration last week. Kira, the president said he thinks maybe Elon Musk misses the place. He says all of a sudden he isn't in this beautiful Oval Office anymore. And like so many people who work for the administration, sometimes people love them when they leave. Others, he said, turn hostile. He even accused Musk of having Trump derangement syndrome. Pretty striking accusation to make against somebody that was such a close ally of his and somebody who contributed so significantly to his campaign and Republicans' campaign last year. Kira, Elon Musk was firing back in real time, tweeting, writing on X while the president was talking in the Oval Office. I just want to read you one of them because this really, I think, might get to the president. He said, "Without me, Trump would have lost the election, Dems would control the House, and Republicans would be 51-49 in the Senate." So Elon Musk there taking credit for President Trump even being in the Oval Office right now.
So, Jay, where do the latest negotiations on the bill stand at this hour?
Elon Musk factor of all of this hangs over these negotiations. We know the Senate is looking to rewrite this bill that was passed in the House some weeks back. But the question is, how much are they going to rewrite it? And Elon Musk's point of view is he wants them to gut this bill entirely and drastically increase the amount it cuts in government spending. But what we saw from Senate and House Republicans was this idea of questioning whether Elon Musk could really tip the scales one way or the other in his opposition. And there was also this sense I was getting from House Republicans of this decision they were making of would they go full bore in opposition to Elon Musk and really try to message against Musk, or would they try to convince Musk to either hold his fire, to tamp down on his criticism, or even to get behind the bill? And we saw Republicans working that out over the course of the day. Mike Johnson said in an interview earlier today that he was going to try to get on the phone with Elon Musk today. And the last guidance we got from Johnson is that they've been playing phone tag and haven't connected yet. But now with these new comments of Trump going firmly against Elon Musk, saying he's disappointed with Musk, saying that they, as Kara noted, had a good relationship, that is going to change undoubtedly the political calculus here on Capitol Hill. And it's going to make Republicans have to choose. Are they behind President Trump, who has been clear he wants this bill on his desk for his signature by July 4th, or are they with Elon Musk?
We're going to turn now to that broadside from Elon Musk against President Trump. Days after leaving his official role in the administration, he blasted Trump's massive spending bill, calling it an abomination as it faces Republican headwinds in the Senate. Senior political correspondent Rachel Scott is at the White House. Good morning, Rachel.
George, good morning to you. And Elon Musk spent months here at the White House defending the president and his policies, now breaking with the administration on the president's signature spending bill and sending a warning to any Republican senator that is considering voting for it.
Less than 1 week after leaving the Trump administration, Elon Musk tearing into the president's signature spending bill. Musk posting on X, "I'm sorry, but I just can't stand it anymore. This massive, outrageous, pork-filled congressional spending bill is a disgusting abomination." Adding the bill.
I want to say this, that Elon Musk is a big hypocrite. He wants to slam this bill because it doesn't favor something that would enrich him. You've already gotten billions in government contracts, but now all of a sudden you want to call it an abomination-filled pork bill because...
Did you know your credit card could be exposed to hackers without you even knowing? If you own a credit card,
it's political jargon. No, it's
something that you want is not in there. These people are exposing their own selves. This is why the Bible says the pride of your heart has deceived you. Their pride has deceived them, and now they are exposing their own selves. When I say that, I believe that the Most High is allowing them. He is pushing this. He's the force behind this. These people are being exposed day by day, and it is a wonderful thing to see all of this unfolding. Some of you may not understand that statement, but we are glad to see this empire,
that's right,
crashing and burning, because it has been wicked.
That's right.
It has been rotten to the core, and it is time, and the whole world gets to watch as it unfolds.
All right.
Well, massively.
That's it. So go to Psalms 2. See? And she's right. And anybody don't think like that, something wrong with you. Go to Psalms 2. And also we'll get Psalms 2 first. And those are all the videos, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, yeah. Yeah. Psalms 2 and start from the top.
Yeah. The book of Psalms, chapter 2, verse 1. Why do the heathen rage and the people imagine a vain thing?
And that's what they imagine. They imagine a vain thing, that they're going to rule over us forever and they're going to continue ruling and keep their white supremacy going. But no, that's coming to an end. All right, go ahead.
The kings of the earth set themselves, and the rulers take counsel together against the Lord Most High and against his anointing, saying.
And that's what they do. When they have their summit meetings and they go over the place and they travel in the White House and they go to Europe and they meet with all these distinguished castles and palaces and have all these secret meetings. That's what they do. They take in counsel against us, against the Most High and us. Continue.
Let us break their bands asunder.
So when they said let them break our bands asunder, what does that mean? When they said let us break their bands asunder, let's cut them off from who they are, their heritage, our nationality. All right, go ahead.
And cast away their cords from us.
So what is your cords is what? The cords is what you use, a biblical cord, to join the mother and the baby together. So by you cutting that cord, you'll separate us from who? Us on the Most High. So that's their objective, to destroy us at any means necessary. Continue.
He that sitteth in the heavens shall laugh. The Lord Most High shall have them in derision.
And that's what the Most High is doing now. The Most High is laughing and he's having them in derision right now. They're in derision. Continue.
Then shall he speak unto them in his wrath and vex them in his sore displeasure. Yet have I set my king upon my holy hill of Zion.
The Most High has his king that he's going to set on Zion. Continue.
I will declare the decree. The Lord Most High has said unto me, thou art my son. This day have I begotten thee. Ask of me, and I shall give thee the heathen.
See, the scripture said, ask the Most High, and I will give you the heathen. I don't want a slave. I want to put them behind in slavery just for what they did to us. He said, ask the Most High, and I shall give thee the heathen. All right, go ahead.
For thine inheritance.
For thine inheritance, for my inheritance. The Most High live and grant me that I make it. That's my inheritance, to have them as slaves. Go ahead.
And the uttermost parts of the earth for thy possession.
See, and the utmost part of the earth for thy possession. We will inherit the earth and everything. That's what the Most High is going to give us. That's what the poor is going to receive. Go ahead.
Thou shalt break them with a rod of iron.
And that's what the Most High is going to do. He's going to break them with a rod of iron. Go ahead.
Thou shalt dash them in pieces like a potter's vessel.
See that? The Most High is going to dash them to pieces like a potter's vessel. Like you take a potter vessel you made and bust it against the wall. That's what the Most High is going to do to these devils. Go ahead.
Be wise now, therefore, O ye kings. Be instructed, ye judges of the earth. Serve the Lord Most High with fear and rejoice with trembling.
But they're not doing that. They're doing the opposite. Go ahead.
Kiss the Son, lest he be angry.
When it says kiss the Son, what does that mean? Reverence, respect the Son. Okay, go ahead.
And ye perish from the way, when his wrath is kindled but a little. Blessed are all they that put their trust in him.
And that's what we have to do, put our trust in the Most High. Go to Psalms 94. I'm going to close up. Psalms 94 and 20.
The book of Psalms, chapter 94, verse 20. Shall the throne of iniquity have fellowship with thee, which frameth mischief by law.
And that's all they do. They frame mischief by a law every day. They go into Congress, in the legislation, they make up laws, create laws, oppressive laws, draconian laws, make executive orders to oppress the poor. All right, go ahead.
Verse 21. They gather themselves together against the soul of the righteous.
That's what they do. They're gathering against the soul of the righteous. Go ahead.
And condemn the innocent blood.
And that's all they do. They condemn the innocent blood. Okay, continue.
But the Lord Most High is my defense.
But the Most High is our defense. Go ahead.
And my omnipotent power is the rock of my refuge.
Mm-hmm.
He shall bring upon them their own iniquity.
See what the Most High is going to do? He's going to bring it upon them, what they try to do to us. He's going to bring upon them their own iniquity. Go ahead.
And shall cut them off in their own wickedness.
And he's going to cut them off in their own wickedness that they have against us. Go ahead.
Yea, the Lord Most High, our omnipotent exclusive power, shall cut them off.
And he's going to cut them off. One more scripture, go to 2nd Ezra, the 11th chapter. And we're going to close out on this scripture here. 2nd Ezra, the 11th chapter. You can start from the 37th verse.
You know, the book of 2nd Ezra in the Apocrypha, 11, verse 37?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Verse 37. And I beheld, and lo, as it were a roaring lion chased out of the wood, and I saw that he sent out a man's voice unto the eagle and said.
So this eagle represents the Roman Empire right down to America, because all they carry the eagle as their emblem. All right. So he's speaking about their Eurocentric ruling empire right down to this day to America, the last of this Eurocentric Roman Empire. And that lion was Yahushua. That's going to bring this eagle down. Continue.
Hear thou, I will talk with thee, and the highest shall say unto thee, art not thou it that remainest of the four beasts?
Who was the fourth beast? The Roman Empire. And what came out of the Roman Empire? All of the European nations. France, Germany, England, America, Spain, Portugal, every last one of them. And America is the last standing one. The most wickedest of all. Go ahead.
Whom I made to reign in my world, that the end of their times might come through them.
See, the end of their times might come through America. The end of the fourth beast. Continue.
And the fourth came and overcame all the beasts that were past.
So the Roman Empire came and overtook all those beasts. Okay, go ahead.
And had power over the world with great fearfulness.
See, and the Roman Empire took over the whole entire earth and ruled the world with fearfulness. And out of that Roman Empire, like I said, came the French, the British, the Germans, the Americans, the Spanish, the Portuguese, and they took over this entire earth. Don't you know France has a major stronghold in Africa? France and England and the Dutch has a major stronghold in Africa, man. Especially these French bastards.
It's so good to see Tuareg
kick them out, man. And the French is still there. The French had control over Chad, Mali, okay? A lot of countries in Africa, man. Okay? It's still there today, the French. Okay, continue.
And over the whole compass of the earth with much wicked oppression.
See, when it says over the whole compass, they had control and domination over all nations. I don't care, tell me, well, look, Ethiopia never got conquered. Shut up. The white man influence and his power is controlling Ethiopia left and right. Mussolini went up in there and did what he did in Ethiopia, okay? That's why even here Selassie had to go to the Geneva Convention and please, tell the Italians stop beating us up. Okay, he went to the Geneva Convention to plead against Mussolini and his army. So don't tell me Ethiopia never got conquered by the white man. The white man conquered every nation on the face of this earth. He put his foot in there and he stomped everybody with his philosophy. That's what the Bible said. The Bible said he was going to stamp all the nation, the residue of the people with his feet, and stamp his Roman influence into the minds of the people. From east to west to north to south, the white man is controlling this earth, whether it's militarily, technologically, politically, in every aspect. War, educationally, because they're all using the white man terminology in all of those countries. They might not use English, they might use French, they might use Portuguese, they might use German, they might use Spanish, but they're using the white man's terminology in every country on the face of this earth. Don't tell me Ethiopia ain't get conquered by the white man. Don't tell. The scripture tells you right here. Read that verse again. Ethiopia never got conquered by the white man. Give me a break. Tell it to somebody that don't know history, man.
So, and the fourth came, and the fourth came and overcame all the beasts that were passed.
All the beasts that were passed was the Persians, the Babylonians, all the Greeks. He took all those nations down. And out of the Roman Empire came, like I said, the Spanish, the British, Germania Major, Germania Minor, which was the Germans, the Spanish, the Portuguese, the Americans, okay? The Dutch. All of them came up from the Roman Empire. Go ahead.
And have power over the world with great fearfulness, and over the whole compass of the earth.
What does it mean when it says the whole compass of the earth? The whole entire earth. A compass shows you what? East, west, north, and south. The white man even got Antarctica doing experiments over there now. Okay, go ahead.
Of the earth with much wicked oppression.
With much wicked oppression. Go ahead.
And so long time dwelt he upon the earth with deceit.
And that's how they're ruling this earth, with deceit. That's how they control the people, with deceit. Go ahead.
For the earth hast thou not judged with truth.
You haven't judged this earth in truth. Go ahead.
For thou hast afflicted the meek.
Who's the meek? The poor. We are the meek. He has afflicted the meek. Go ahead.
Thou hast hurt the peaceable.
And who's the peaceable? We're the peaceable. And he hurt us. And he has to pay for it. Go ahead.
Thou hast loved liars.
And he loves liars. He doesn't like people to tell the truth, but he loves liars. Go ahead.
And destroyed the dwelling of them that brought forth fruit.
Right, and that's us. Go ahead.
And has cast down the walls of such as did thee to harm.
Thee no harm. We didn't do him no harm. None of the other nations didn't do him no harm. What he called third world nations. The Africans didn't do him no harm. The people in Central and South America didn't do him harm. The people in Vietnam, Cambodia, they didn't do him no harm, but he went in there, the French. The French went in there first and started oppressing the people in Vietnam. Then after the Vietnamese kicked the behind out, and the French told, listen, America, don't go in there and do it. Don't do it. America said, we're going to kick anybody's ass. And America went in there, and the Vietnamese kicked their behind, and they lost to Vietnam. Guerrilla warfare, baby. Having control over the terrain of your land. Okay? And they carpet bombed all of Cambodia, Laos. They was bombing that place non-stop round the clock. Use Agent Orange to destroy the country. Okay? Bunch of damn devils. Continue.
The 40 verse 41. No, 42. No, pardon me, 43.
Mm-hmm.
Read out Apocrypha chapter 11, verse 43. Therefore is thy wrongful dealing come up unto the highest.
So it says, therefore your wrongful dealings have come up unto the Most High. And it's showing right now. Continue.
And thy pride unto the mighty.
And see, and their pride, because they're full of pride. The scripture said, the pride of their heart have deceived them. Continue.
The highest also have looked upon the proud times.
See, the Most High have looked upon their proud times. Now that proudness is being brought down. They're losing that arrogancy and proudness, but they're going to keep it to the end. Continue.
And behold, they are ended.
See, it's ended. It's coming to an end. The Most High saying, Jeremiah, I'm against thee, O most proud. Go ahead.
And his abominations are fulfilled.
See, all the abominations are fulfilled. Continue.
And therefore appear no more thy eagle nor thy horrible wings.
Read again. Read again.
And therefore appear no more thou eagle.
See, and appear no more you eagle, which is the Roman Empire right down to America, because that's their emblem, the eagle. Appear no more. Go ahead.
Nor thy horrible wings, nor thy wicked feathers.
See, their wicked wings and their feathers, all the extension and branches of their different government and nation that came out from the Roman Empire. Continue.
Nor thy malicious heads.
Their malicious heads, their rulers. Continue.
Nor thy hurtful claws.
Nor their hurtful claws. What is a claw used for in the eagle? Those claws are called what? Talons. What is this used for? To devour and grab the prey. Okay, when an eagle comes on, it comes on and scoops up the spray by his. You ever say an eagle grab a deer or a fish by his talons? Once he got you in your crutch, you can't escape. You're finished. And when the eagle comes on for that prey, he doesn't miss. That's dead on. You're dead. You can forget it. Nowhere escaping that eagle. You spread those wings, and that talon comes out, and he and scoop you up just like a falcon. A falcon does the same thing too. A falcon soars up high, and he comes on like this, and he spread those talons out, and he scoop you up. You should see how they grab a deer in the mountain. Right. They don't miss, man. That's what this man has been doing to all nations. Devouring and scooping up and destroying nations and stealing their resources. Continue.
Nor all thy vain body, that all the earth may be refreshed and may return, being delivered from thy violence.
See? You see that? That the earth may return from their violence that they have done to the people in the earth. Continue.
And that she may hope for the judgment and mercy of him that made her.
That I say shalom. So the wicked is coming to an end. I say shalom, and all praises to the Most High. I end this class in this segment. Shalom.